I guess it would help if I add myself to the stage. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? Just a little technical glitch right there. Sorry about that. How is everybody doing? Can I get a 5x5? All right, thank you, coffee. Then speak. This cup is for you. See who all's in here. Billy, 5x5, thank you. PJ, thank you for the 5x5. Little Lone Prepper. Robert Bates says 6x6. So I guess that's really, really good down there where he's at. Loretta, welcome in. Janie, hello. Rob B. Jeep Girl, 1979, hello. My man, Go Sleepkin. 802, no crayons. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess I'm a bad boy. I don't get a crayon. Darn it. Oops, good evening. Hello, hello. Michigan Outpost 231. Good evening. Gotcha. How are you doing this evening? FS ready. Says any Bama crew in here tonight wondering if you need to bring my snowblower down there to Mobile. Yeah. I hope KP is gonna survive. He's in Louisiana. I heard that they're gonna get some cold weather down there. How cold is it supposed to get down there, KP? What's going on, Ghost? Good to see you, my man. Michigan Outpost says assume that's 5 degrees out. Yeah. Ah, dang. Supposed to get down to 26, huh? Hope you got some long underwear and some sweaters and all that kind of stuff. Keep warm. All your guys' blood's thin down there. Someone's in my driveway. Seen a light coming in. But who else we got coming in here? Rabid Coyote, welcome in, welcome in. KP says supposed to snow all day, and it's Billy's fault they're getting the snow. Yes, she sent all the stuff down south, and I'm on the way south of her, and you're south of me. So, yep, I guess it's Billy's fault. I hope everybody's ready to go for the next week or so. Robert Bates says a devil dog prepper people in driveway equals digging in foxhole time. All right, well, ain't nobody digging in my driveway, and if they do, they're gonna have to replace it because we don't have no snow or anything. So, oh, people in my driveway, I get it. Yeah, no. But all right, so as you can see, the hey, Vay, welcome in, welcome in. The theme for tonight is Burr. It's getting cold. With all the weather. Now my dogs are going crazy. With all the weather coming from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast, pretty much the whole entire United States is having a cold front coming in. And the question is, are you prepared? So we will get into our discussion here. And I put a little PowerPoint presentation together so I know what to talk about. So I'll be looking over at this screen, but I'll try to pay as much attention to the chat as I can while also getting out the information I want to get out. So if I don't see your comment, I apologize. We will work through it. I will be having a special guest supposed to be coming in. Thought he'd be here by now, but he must have got busy. So we will continue. We will start, as a matter of fact. But anyways, yeah, it's gonna get cold. Looking at my weather, real quick here in Ohio, I will tell you my forecast just for the next couple days as it pops up here. So tonight it's supposed to get down to 2 degrees, and then tomorrow and Tuesday, 5 degrees, with a low of -2 and -6. So for the next couple of days, it's going to be extremely cold, and then it's supposed to warm up to a whopping 14 degrees on Wednesday, and then up in the mid-20s for the rest of the week. So then I guess there's another cold front coming in behind that, but I'm not worried about it right now. I'm not worried about this one. So if you do the things you're supposed to do, being in Ohio, I know it's going to get cold. Now, it's going to be a little difficult or a little different for people like KP Heathen, who is down south. Even though he may have lived in that at some point in his lifetime, he's down south. They're not used to that. So these are some of the things. They place that it's a little bit colder than you. Yeah, I mean the way the cold front is. I watched Ryan Hall, y'all, and he puts a lot of good information out there. So we were supposed to go to the inauguration, and after some thought and questioning of it, we decided not to go. And as cold as it's supposed to be, and the snow and everything, it's a good thing. Not to mention the security risk that is now popping up and or was always there. So, but all right, we got a special guest here.
Sorry I'm late. Had some technical difficulties, bro. How you doing?
Good. You?
Can't complain. It's cold in Ohio, and that's how we do it.
Right on.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
OH, Skull.
I-O.
Tomorrow night, folks, we win our national championship.
That's right. Which, by the way, to my folks in the chat, this is the reason why I am doing my live stream tonight, because tomorrow at this time, Vision and I will be watching our Ohio State Buckeyes kick the snot out of those people from South Bend, Indiana. So
Chrome Domes, Skull.
Yeah. So at my church, I'm Catholic, and so at church today, the one priest was talking about how there's 2 priests in the house that we have at our church, and they'll be in separate rooms because one's an Ohio State fan and the other one's a Notre Dame fan. So the 2 priests will not be watching the game together. So,
well, there you go. That may be a good thing.
Well, we can jump into this real quick, and then got a lot of information to get out there. The topic tonight, Vision, is winter storm warning. Are you ready? So I've already explained that I have some notes over here. Obviously, you know how it works. So we'll be going back and forth from the chat into talking to what we're here on my screen. So
awesome.
to get this started out, if you don't have to go nowhere, don't. All right, plain and simple. And I guess a lot of this is for the people that are in cold areas. If it's not cold where you're at, congratulations, you're lucky. But
yeah,
if you don't have to go out, don't go out. There's no sense in putting yourself at risk, and also anybody that would have to come and rescue you or get you unstuck. You're putting undue or unnecessary risk out there for everybody. But as far as minimizing travel, not every road's going to be accessible, and so I know, like over at Mad Shad's area and those west of or east of me are getting the snow. New York, I mean, XNYC OG Prepper had a video of his live was going on, and it was snowing like crazy there.
Yeah, and we got no snow. We got
I got nothing. I got grass out in my front yard.
Oh no, we got frozen snow and ice because it started melting, and then it all froze and got crunchy again. So, no, Robert Bates not losing the hat, sir. Nope. See, if I lose the hat, there you go, and that's what you get. So, guess what? There's the hat.
Rabbit said it's 81 degrees in his place right now. Love my wood stove.
Yes, I'm with you, Vay. Yeah, we got crazy weather. The wood stove is burning. Actually, just lit it today.
You'll be in a t-shirt and shorts shortly because that woo, buddy, his fireplace puts out some dang heat. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yep. If you pack it and stack that thing, it'll burn all night, and you'll be waking up in the middle of the night taking off clothes. Allegedly. Hudson Valley, good to see you, my brother. How you doing, Mike?
HVPS, all right. Welcome in, Mike.
But yeah, this weather. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, good. No, I'm just saying hello.
Oh no, I'm just saying the weather is crazy, but do not sleep on it, because it only takes 30 minutes to be outside and end up with frostbite.
Yep.
So yeah, and I was out earlier with Cole, and he loves the cold weather and he loves the snow. But he goes out, he does his business, and he's like, "Okay, Dad, time to go back in the house," and off he goes.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like I was saying, if you don't got to be outside, don't go outside, especially traveling in a vehicle. And if you do, all right. Now, mind you, if you have to go out for whatever reason, I know some people have to go to work regardless of what the weather is. So if you are going to travel outside,
yeah,
make sure your vehicle is ready. Okay. Now, I was thinking about this before the live stream. This discussion we should have had about a month ago. So having a discussion now is a little too late for the people to do the things that we're going to discuss if you haven't done it already. Hopefully that this is just a discussion and you've already done all this stuff. But if you have to go out, make sure that your car's in top working condition, making sure that you got a good battery, making sure your tire pressures are good. I know I've always done this. During the winter, I put a couple extra pounds in my tires.
I do too.
But make sure your tires are good. Make sure that the tread is good on it. Some people put on snow tires during the winter. I just do a good quality tire with good tread, and I just go from there. So
same here. I do the exact same thing. Yeah.
Make sure your brakes are good. Your lights, headlights, your brake lights, your tail lights, stuff like that. And also have spares, in your glove compartment in case your headlight goes out while you're traveling. Your tail light or turn signals go out during your travel. You can replace those, and obviously have the tools to do those things, a screwdriver, whatever you may need. And then obviously in locations that get an extreme amount of snow or ice or whatever, have chains for your tires,
Got that right.
But and one of the most important things is make sure your vehicle is topped off on fuel. It's a rule in my house that you must always have a half a tank of fuel in your vehicles here.
Yep.
In the wintertime, I like to, every few days we top off. I also have a number of gas cans in my garage or in my shed, I should say, that I rotate. Once a week, I'll take my 5-gallon can, I'll put it in the car, I'll take it to the gas station, fill it back up, put it back in the building.
Yep.
So that way my gas is constantly rotated. But if it hits the fan and the gas stations are all closed down, I have enough gas to last a little while. Yeah. Am I going to run out? Yeah, because I can't produce fuel. So
right. Same here. Now, what about those that have diesel? I've heard that diesel will gel in cold.
Yep.
And that the gas stations put some type of additive in diesel in the winter.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And
do the things that need to be done, folks.
Well, I'm sure most people that have diesels know about how they put it's called heat or a diesel additive that you can buy at any store. You can also do that. Plus, the diesel that you get at the store is the winterized diesel. So
okay, so they automatically winterize.
Gas station switch. So, like, I know our refineries here.
Yeah,
they do so much winterized and so much non-winterized. So
okay,
but they actually switched the whole thing. So
well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Diesel, I keep mine running when it gets cold and a loader plugged in. Yep, a lot of the diesels have a plug that you can plug an extension cord in. Block heater.
Yep. So sure. I first time I ever saw a vehicle plugged into an extension cord, I was in Canada. I was in Saskatchewan, and it was like minus 25, and they had an extension cord coming out from under the garage door and had their Jeep plugged in. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I got my email stating I was confirmed as well.
Awesome.
But then I got a message saying I might not be able to make it because of some damn Senate hearing or some crazy crap.
Well, hey man, I ain't in it. You may get subpoenaed before a Senate hearing. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
All right, so the next point in your travels, if you have to go out, is make sure that you have your things that you need, your winter survival kit in your car, extra clothes in case you get wet for whatever reason. If you have to shovel yourself out and you're sweating and you get soaked, you need to have dry clothes to put on. Make sure you have some type of a blanket, like a wool blanket or something like that to cover up with if you get stuck or if you're delayed for whatever, there's an accident, you can't go nowhere. Non-perishable food. I have my bag right here, and I'll pull a couple things out of it, but I take that in and out every night. It doesn't stay out in my car because I don't want my stuff to freeze, like the non-perishable food stuff. So
right.
So making sure you have food, you have water. Obviously, I have water in there, a container. I take my cooler. I have a cooler that I have snacks and water in that I put in there. Yeah, it sucks to have to take it in and out every single day, but you
Yeah.
never know, and you'll be glad that you did it. And I do it to be in a routine. That way, this is natural for me to take it. So we always have snacks and water and stuff like that in my truck. But
Nice. Yeah, I keep water in mine. I keep a wool blanket too
yep,
in my truck that's in my get home bag, as well as another pair of boots. And if you don't have a blanket, you could always put an emergency blanket in there.
yep, yep.
All that good stuff.
As far as other things you need to have in your car, making sure that you have like a folding shovel to help dig yourself out.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
safety triangle that you can
Yep.
put out. That way, if you're stalled or whatever, you don't get hit. Or if you're stuck, you don't get hit. Whatever. Or flares, jumper cables. Make sure your jumper cables are good. Make sure they're in good working order. They're not, tangled up, knotted up, whatever. I have a Michelin. It's a basically a little jumper that I have, and
Okay.
you just plug it in.
Yep.
And it's enough to jump my truck if I need to.
Right.
So, and it's fully charged. So
Nice. Yep.
it's
I
ready
got
to
one
go.
of those too.
So having things like that are good if you have to go out. But like I said, if you don't need to be outside, then don't be outside, because not only are you putting yourself at risk, you're putting others at risk that may have to come out and save your butt.
Got that right.
See what the chat's got saying. I have one of those too. Coffee says check it about every 6 weeks for charge. Absolutely. Yep. Half-Ass Ray says the blanket is a 4-season item in my vehicle used for first aid or a stretcher or to keep warm. Absolutely.
Yep.
JD, nice sleeping. Bear Dunes. I don't know what that means. But 125 says didn't catch any fish in the lake before. Okay, well, keep trying. All right, back at it.
Yep.
See where I'm at here. Oh, first aid kit. Make sure you have a first aid kit in your vehicle. You never know. You're stuck out there and you're trying to get yourself unstuck and you slip and cut yourself on a vehicle or whatever. You got to help yourself. So
That's right.
have a first aid kit. A part of having extra clothes, have an extra pair of gloves or an extra hat. That way, if that gets wet, you can put a new pair on. There you go. So, one thing too is make sure that your phone's charged. It's charging while you're driving. In the state of Ohio, it's a hands-free state now, so
Yep.
you can't. You're not allowed to have your phone in your hand while you're driving. So every time I get into my truck, I put my charger on. I put my phone on the charger, and I put it in my holder. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and another thing is to have like a backup power bank. And everybody says, "Oh, have a power bank, have a power bank." I hardly ever hear anybody talk about this.
The cable to charge it.
Yes. This doesn't do you no good if you don't have the charger cable.
That would be true.
All right. So, moving on. If you do go outside, make sure you keep your body temperature from not dropping because of hypothermia. Hypothermia usually kicks in below 96 degrees, correct?
Yep. And the thing is, layer up, because you can, if you're hot, you can take layers off.
Yes.
And still be warm and kept cool so that you're not sweating.
Yep. And that's the thing, during cold weather survival when I was in the Marines, we were taught, when you wake up in the morning and you get out of your sleeping bag and out of your tent or whatever, and you're putting all this clothes on, that's fine. But throughout the day, you need to start taking clothes off, because at the warmest part of the day, even though it's colder than shit, it's still the warmest part of the day. And if you have all the clothes that you have available on at the warmest part of the day, when those temperatures start dropping, it's not going to keep you warm. So you're going to start getting cold. So you don't have to be so warm that everything's cool. If you're a little cold, then that's fine. Your body will produce heat.
Yeah. Roman
Welcome
Prepper.
in, Pete, the Roman Prepper.
Good to see you, Pete.
So that's one thing that I did learn, and have the proper levels of layers of clothes on, the different, like the long underwear or whatever, to be able to take the water off your body and expand it out, and then obviously your top layer has to prevent water from coming in and keep the wind out, keep the rain out, whatever, so.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Right there, yeah. Use moisture wicking as base layers to keep from sweating. Absolutely.
Yep.
The thing about it is once you start going into hypothermia, that's a serious situation.
Yes, it
and
is.
It's not something that you're going to fix like right away. It's going to take a little time to snap out of that. Not only do you have to worry about hypothermia, but you got frostbite as a possibility too. And these are just things to think about. I mean, we can sit here and talk about frostbite and the things to do and not to do and stuff like that, but I think pretty much everybody knows what frostbite is and how to avoid getting it. So we're not going to go into all the little things. But if you start experiencing numbness, weakness, even loss of consciousness,
Yes.
you got to get help. I mean, obviously you're by yourself and you lose consciousness, you're not going to be able to call 911. But if you're around someone and you see them with slurred speech or confusion, or they're shivering, and they're complaining about their fingers are numb or they're whatever, that's a sign of hypothermia, and you need to get them warmed up and slowly warm them up.
Yes.
What's up, CR?
You don't put your hands just in like hot water.
No.
You got to warm them up. Good to see.
I know that what one thing you can do is, and it's life-saving, is if you're in a place where you're not going to be able to get out of there and someone's going into hypothermia, skin to skin from someone that's able to in a sleeping bag, to give them your heat will help save their life. And all you freaks out there, don't be getting no dang ideas. I'm not getting in a sleeping bag with you.
JD, we're working on it, JD. We're working on it. One of my good friends in the chat, we're working on something that's going to be absolutely amazing.
I cannot wait.
We're going to have a live stream. And I'm going to have some of the Ohio family and some other folks on the panel to get ideas from y'all about classes. But there's one class that we're working on that will probably be dedicated for one day. So,
nice.
More to come.
Yep. All right, so a part of this cold weather, staying home or leaving your home. All right, Eh, you need to stay indoors on cold weather, like when it's getting in the minus, and then you got to deal with um. Yellow dog, you mean you're not going to bear hug us all to keep us warm? Yeah, well, yeah. I shouldn't even went there, but whatever.
Ah, it's okay.
What's
You
going on,
recovered
Shorty?
very quickly. Hey, Shorty, welcome in. How are you? Loretta, sister, good to see you. How are you?
Wow, CR says it's minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit there. That's cold. That's cold.
That's cold. Yeah.
Absolutely. So staying indoors, you want to stay indoors as much as you can. If you have to go outside, come in every 30 minutes, come in, warm up, and then go back out there. Obviously wearing your layers. When you come inside, take your layers off. That way you don't overheat, and
Yep.
go from there.
Yep.
But things you can do while you're indoors, before the cold gets here, you can make sure that your windows, your doors, there's no drafts.
Yep.
You can put window treatment stuff on there to
Weather
seal up.
stripping. Yep, absolutely, and that works. And a quick tip, you can actually get the whole kit, the plastic and the weather stripping, from Dollar Tree.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's obviously, like I said, this conversation we should have had a month ago. That way we could, talk about this. For anybody that doesn't do it, these things work really good. And it helps keep the cold air out, even if you have brand new windows and all that kind of stuff.
Did you see the professor's comment in there about his class?
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely. This is only going to be the third year of this talk.
Yes,
it better happen. It better happen.
He's calling you out, Professor. See, I was playing along with it, but your boy, the collusionist, he called you out on it. Huh? Sounds to me like you need to turn state evidence. What's going on, Dan H?
Chacha says she's not going underwater to watch someone basket weave. Wow. 20 degrees right now, high of 8 tomorrow. Yep.
Did you see Old Mutt's comment? Buy a box.
Oh, yep. Well, that's where I was going. Yeah.
Yep.
So, hand warmers. Yep. They work great. Have them in. This is one of the things I had out of my bag. They're in my bag. So yes, emergency blankets as well.
Yep.
So, but
I wish I would have known you was pulling out your get home bag. I'd have went and got mine out the truck. Mine stays in my truck.
Yeah. Well, if I would, I have like tuna and chicken packets and stuff. I don't want that stuff freezing, so.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I put it by the door, and so when I leave, I pick it up and I take it with me. So.
Well, you could always just, take my freeze dryer and, put that in there and just bring it down.
All right. Well, let's see what else.
And folks, by the way, if you have get home bags or whatever kind of bags you leave in your vehicles and you have water in there, you may want to take it out if you're in a cold weather climate and it gets below 32 degrees because it will freeze.
Yep. Absolutely.
And expand and break open. And when it thaws, it's going to leak into your bag.
Mm-hmm. Rob B said that he bought his wife a thing of rechargeable hand warmers for Christmas. Hasn't tried them out yet, though. Well,
okay.
Get them out and try them out. Make sure that
Yeah.
they work.
Hey, Jane, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
XNYC says he's once under the blankets, he's good no matter how cold. There you go.
Yep.
But if you're stuck at home, it's a perfect time to rest up and reset your body. You can get a candle, and this is good for lights in case the power goes out, or that's also a good way of getting some sort of heat. But that's going on to another subject. Having books on hand and reading them,
Yep.
If you're stuck at home for a couple of days, you can't go outside, whatever, learn something. You can learn how to tie knots. I got these couple books. Let me see if
I got that same book. That book is an amazing book. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then I got the other one here.
Yep. Yep. That's a good one too.
So, man, if you ain't got nothing to do, you might as well be learning, So
you got that right. Yes.
All right.
Learn something new every day, folks.
Organizing your preps, learning a way of, I know with me, I'm constantly rotating my stuff, and I always want to know. I got some clipboards that I have. I need to update on my Excel spreadsheet. So if you're stuck in the house, you can do some computer work. I mean, that's just what I do. Everybody's different. So, but, and the other avenue of being stuck at home is what are you going to do when the power goes out? Obviously, not everybody has a generator, which everybody should. And I believe, what did you say the percentage of Americans didn't have a generator?
73% of Americans do not have any type of generator whatsoever. 73%
That's
of
huge.
330 million people don't have a generator.
That's huge.
Yeah. For those of y'all that do math, you can do the math on it and tell me exactly how many households don't have a generator.
Hudson Valley Prepping is having a, where did it go?
A party in the dark?
A party in the dark, of course. All right.
There you go.
There
you can find.
Well, so Tim S., I'm glad that you said that because, man, chat moving. It's in the other room. Darn it.
You mean one of these?
There you go. Is that the 600 or 6 plus?
600.
Okay. Yep. That will get you through the night with your CPAP machine.
Yes, indeed. For a couple of days.
Yeah. So those are all types of things that you need. Obviously, you're going to need to do before a winter storm hits.
Yeah.
So, you live and learn. Hopefully, you live and learn. To add to your preps for the next time. So, talking about survival, what are you going to do? Power outage in cold weather. The power goes out. You're going to lose heat, and you're going to lose heat quickly. So that's one of the reasons why you prep your house ahead of time, making sure that all your drafts are eliminated. You lose power, make sure you put some kind, and I wish I could show my camera, but I'm not going to move it. So, but we have curtains on all of our windows that helps with insulation as well.
Yep.
The window seal works out great as well.
Did you see Tim's comment?
The dog's going nuts upstairs.
Hi, puppy.
Oh yeah.
Which one? Yeah.
What is it called? What is what called?
This, I think he may be
Opus.
referring to this.
Opus 600. And I believe
Exodus, it's the Exodus Opus
Yeah.
Exodus 600 series. Yes.
let me see.
They're like
here.
$150. It's what? I think this one is 600 watts. Good question.
Yeah, right now on Amazon it's $189. You can get a $50 coupon. So
Yep.
but so
But
yeah,
I know a guy.
what's that?
I know a guy. I know a
Yeah.
guy too.
Yeah, and if you use the word Vision 5, you get 5% or 5%. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that is a conversation that we will have here. So as far as prepping for cold weather, prepping for power outages, making sure that you have flashlights staged throughout the house, and
Yep.
where they're going to be. Make sure you have batteries for those so-called flashlights. That's what I like about the Duracell ones that I bought and I gave out. And by the way, everybody that won prizes or gifts on my 12 Days of Christmas, they've all been mailed out. So you guys should be receiving them shortly if you have not received them already. So, but one of the things I do is I stock up on these. They have a rechargeable battery in it, and also you can charge it with a C USB cord.
Nice.
Works out great.
Nice. Way to go, Coffee. She said she has a flashlight in every drawer in the house.
Yeah, there you go.
I hope you can find the drawer in the dark.
Well, I always have a flashlight on me, so you'll be able to find it. And then I have stuff like this in different locations.
Yeah, I got those too. Those are awesome.
And then in each room, I have oil lamps. So
yeah, that's good.
So that's good to have as well. Again, having extra batteries for this. If you don't have the rechargeable ones, if you do have the rechargeable ones, having a way to recharge them. You don't know how long the power is going to go out. Again, you have power banks, but make sure you have the cords and you know where to find them at.
Yeah.
So, and also when the power goes out, you don't know how long it's going to be. In cold weather, the linemen that have to go out and replace the lines are not going to work as fast in the cold as they would during the summer months. So it may take longer to repair those. So you're going to have a way of cooking your food.
Yep.
So in my go bag for winter that I take out to my car.
Ooh, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, what you're getting ready to show, those are a must have. Yes.
So they're just little burners, right? So I take that and screw it onto there, and you can heat up water, you can heat up your food, and it don't take any time at all. I mean, it boils water pretty darn quick. So
yep.
But I have one of these in my go bag. I have a couple of these in the house as well in my storage containers of all my preps and stuff. So another thing to keep warm is the Mr. Buddy heaters.
Yep.
And I have my filter on it, and I have the cord to plug into a 20-pound propane tank or you can use the 1-pounders as well. So
nice.
Oil lamps are romantic. Well, they're also a lifesaver in the wintertime. So,
Yes, indeedy.
yep. But, having a way of cook, all right. And then also with the power going out, how are you going to stay warm? I have a wood burner. Vision has a wood burner. So that's one way of staying warm. But if you don't have a wood burner, how are you going to stay warm? And I'd seen Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival had mentioned it earlier. Is a tent. Having a tent in your house or indoors, or a way of getting to that tent during the cold weather, would be a lifesaver. If you don't have a way of staying warm, if you set a tent up in a bedroom or a living room or whatever, the heat is going to stay in that tent a lot better than if you're sitting outside in the living room. So you can get into the tent and you can bundle up with blankets, and you'll stay warm better. So
yeah.
I got Coleman suitcase 2 iBurner.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
There you go. Electric blanket. All right. Well, if you don't have power, the electric blanket ain't going to work too well.
That's true.
So, but so moving on, one thing that you need to make sure, and this goes for all seasons, is make sure you have a smoke detector, and also carbon monoxide detectors.
There you go.
Especially if you're burning wood or some type of a fuel, in a grid down or a storm situation, that you're going to have to do something in order to keep warm. You might not normally do that,
Yeah.
So having a smoke detector or carbon monoxide along with a fire extinguisher is a must. So
And along those lines, with the CO2 detector and all that, I was literally testing out my diesel heater inside the house, and I exhausted it out through my upstairs fireplace and closed the doors and had the exhaust tube going through it.
yeah.
Plugged that bad boy, because I got the plug that plugs into DC, like a cigarette lighter. Got that thing, plugged that thing into my Mega One. Dude, that thing is a beast. That diesel heater is no
Does
joke.
that have a CO2 detector already on it?
No.
Okay.
I got mine. I pulled one of mine out from around the house and just plugged it in close to it, just to, make sure that it was venting properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Old Mutt says he can run his furnace off his solar generators with 4 buddy heaters as backup.
See,
that's awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
I will get there one day. I don't have I don't have a solar generator big enough to do that. I have a propane. I have a dual fuel generator I have out in my garage that I can hook up and backfeed into the house if necessary. I can run it on gasoline or I can run it on propane. So, nice. And I have designated propane tanks just for that purpose. They're 100-pounders. I don't use those for anything but that. So,
yeah. And I have a plug on my furnace that I can unplug it and plug it into my Mega 2, and then hook up my extra B2 battery to the Mega 2 and run my furnace if necessary. That's my backup to my backup.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Crazy backyard chicken bed. ZZ Top. Safe and sound in my sleeping bag. All right. Question: which is more dangerous, gasoline or propane? Well, gasoline. I guess it all depends on the situation, but gasoline. I mean, they each have their own hazards, you know.
Yeah,
So,
but out of all the fuels, propane is the most stable.
what we got going on
But
here?
yeah, gasoline, you got to worry about the fumes.
Propane and propane accessories. Hank Hill. All right.
Hank Hill.
F. Ray says gasoline, Katrinka. Propane puts off less carbon monoxide. There you
Correct.
go. Chacha says gasoline as well.
Yep.
And I can just hear this. I can hear it.
I can too. Yes. Yes.
Well, all right. So staying on topic
right.
here.
Right.
We talked about the carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, water. Okay. Making sure you have plenty of water to drink and to clean up or whatever. Fill your bathtub up with water. They sell the bladders for that. Because if you have a well, if you're out in the country and you have a well and you lose power, you're not getting any water. So unless you have a generator, and I seen the light. I seen the light click on. So go ahead.
That runs 240, and then you're in good shape. Isn't that right, Cha? Yeah. You got generators and inverters, and you can run your 240 water pump. Yeah.
Yep.
You're
Water
in good shape.
bomb, they are called. Yep. So now you got your water. All right. Make sure you have extra blankets and coats and hats and mittens and everything to stay warm, you know. And so now we're going to talk about the generators because that's the next key on my PowerPoint here.
Look at you. PowerPoint.
Yeah, now I just got to learn how to share it. I tried doing it, but it won't. I don't have it connected to my StreamYard. I don't know how to do it, but I will figure it
out. So if you, I can show you. I'll walk you through it. It's going to take us about 25 seconds. If you click on present,
all right,
share screen, and then you'll get the 3 tabs that says Chrome tab, window, entire screen. Click on window.
Aha! Look at you.
That'll cost you $37.87.
Woohoo! Look at that.
Now, if you put your presentation in presentation mode, then all your side notes and all that stuff go away and you can just talk.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, well, I don't have it set up for everybody to see. I just have it talking points for me today. So, but generators, solar generators, we don't have to worry about this. All right. But if you have a gasoline or a propane or a natural gas generator, it's going to create an exhaust.
Yes.
We had up in Michigan at a I'll cover that for $37.38, Devil Dog. Right on. Put it on my charge card. All right. It has happened a lot of places, but what brought it to mind was they have a country concert up at the racetrack up in Michigan where NASCAR's at. And they had some young kids had a generator and they didn't exhaust it the proper way and ended up passing away because of the carbon monoxide. They had it at the end of their camper, but they had the window. I don't know how, but it came back in and they perished while they were sleeping. So making sure that you put that generator far enough away from the house or wherever you're at in order to vent the fumes that it produces. So, and you're absolutely right, CR. Carbon monoxide is a silent killer.
Right? Yes, it is.
So that is very key when it comes to operating a gasoline, natural gas, propane. Listen. All right. You don't have to worry about that with solar generators. So that's one good thing about having the solar generators is you can have them in your house and you can have them hooked up and you don't have to worry about that. So
Yes.
um, that's why I think a lot of people, I know that's one of the reasons why you're going that route. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get into it more.
Yeah.
My biggest solar generator I have is the Mega One. It's my entry level area. And then I just so happened to win the Opus Exodus 600 off of Opus's live stream that they did. So
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Potter wants to know where the CEO is.
She's actually upstairs and she's studying. And I was struggling to get here on time, and she came down and she literally looked at me and said, "What are you supposed to be doing?" I said, "I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm trying to get there. Don't you see my hands full? I'm trying to get there." And she said, "Well, you better hurry up because he just said he's waiting for you and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada." So here I am. She's somewhere in the house.
There you go. All right. So we talked about generators a little bit. Does anybody have any questions so far on the things that we've gone over? Kind of neglected to chat a little bit tonight. I'm trying to get
I'm
as
kind of
much
keeping an eye
information out.
on it. I'm trying to keep an eye on it and look for questions. Well, so do I, XNYC. Well, I don't have to walk him. I just kind of let him out and make sure he doesn't run off chasing a deer or a coyote, and then he
All right,
does.
so that brings up another point. I have it on my PowerPoint, but pets, animals, you know, whether they're cats, dogs, whatever you have in your house, all the way up to your farm animals, your chickens, your horses, your sheep, your cows, your pigs, whatever, you know. If it's cold for you, it's cold for them. Now they might be able to handle it a little bit better, but
Yeah,
5 degrees below zero is cold for anybody, animals or not. You know. Rabbit says, "Gonna have to start over, Devil Dog. I didn't have my drink in the beginning." Ah, man. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Devil Dog Prepper here. Nah. Let's see here. How? Oh, duh, that's you. Nope, Cole has never been on a leash. Yes, full reign of the Zion.
yes, he does.
Mine don't either. So mine go on a leash when we go on a walk, but I don't have them trained that well yet. So, but make sure you're taking care of your pets, making sure they have plenty of fresh, clean water. Whether it's your outdoor farm animals or your indoor animals, make sure that they have plenty of fresh water and food. Bill says, "I raise fish. They will survive extreme cold. Very hard to prep for." All right. Well, and they're kind of hard to take for a walk. Skillet butter. That'll keep them warm.
That'll keep him warm.
It'll keep you warm eventually.
Yes.
But yeah, take care of your pets. Make sure that I know I'm sure somebody in the chat has a dog that they have little boots for them or little shoes for them, and they walk around all funny. So
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
seen those videos.
The COO threatened to put them on Cole. I said, I guarantee you, you're going to have a fight on your hands just trying to get him on him.
Grit and Grace says the cows and chickens are bedded down and loving life right now. There you go.
Awesome, Grit and Grace.
JD Preppin Erie says has a go bag for his pets. Awesome.
So do I. I got to go
met-
bag.
Yep. I believe it, JD, and there was another gentleman I met on Scooch's live stream, and they were talking about having meetups. So I don't know if JD Prepping Erie go over to Vision Preparedness's channel. He is having a bug out weekend, and that's who I was telling you about, JD. So if you haven't subscribed, that's the man right there. And May 15th through the 18th, correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
All right.
Dayton, Ohio.
So JD is a Ohio resident. So
there you go. So real quick, the Cole Cam, your nephew, because nobody believes me that he sleeps sitting up. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He was literally sitting there asleep. Yeah.
Katrina says she also has a bug out bag for her pets. Absolutely.
But do you have an IFAC kit for your pets as well? Cole has his own.
Chipping your animals. There you go.
Yep.
All right. That's a good idea. Yep. But going back here for during a power outage, a lot of electric companies update it on your phone, how long it's going to be out, whatever.
Yeah.
So again, making sure you just have all the things, your lights, your ways of cooking, your ways of getting water, stuff like that. Staying as warm as you can, and go from there. And then there's a after the power comes back on, for one, the power comes back on, you got to be careful of, when you take that generator out and you go back onto the grid, there's so many things. I know that there's a safety switch that you have and oh man, hold on a minute. I can't even put that on the screen. Man, I tell you.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, dude. you my friend. I don't even know you, but I'll tell you this: when they lose and you show up at the bug out weekend, yeah, I got a spot for you picked out already.
Chacha, be nice.
I don't care. I'll hook mine up to Cha-Cha. That don't mean nothing to me. I will have power whether they turn it off or not.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it, Ghost. Making sure that you have the shut off switch to your breakers and stuff like that. That way it doesn't backfeed onto the line.
Yep, exactly.
But one of the other things too, if you have any food that's been exposed to temperatures over 40 degrees for a certain long length of time, you got to get rid of some of that stuff. Obviously, in extreme cold weather, probably not going to happen. So, but and then obviously putting everything back, making sure if anything got dirty, you clean it up. And sorry, it's a wife thing.
So JD, and I'm gonna leave it alone after this. JD, growing up, my neighbor behind me played football here in Columbus and ended up going to Notre Dame, and he was a rock star at Notre Dame and went on to the NFL. But that same year, if he'd have went to the Ohio State University, he would have experienced a national championship.
That's a good idea, Coffee. I don't know if it's going to be too much of a concern during minus temperatures, but yeah, put water bottles in your freezer and put a quarter on it. That way, if the temperatures got too low, or too high. But some things to look at when you're outside. If you have to go out and chop wood, obviously, hopefully, you have enough wood to last you the winter. Should be done already, and if you don't, then you have to go out. Obviously making sure that I know you got more than enough wood cut. Hey, listen, I'm sorry I had a brain tumor and had brain surgery. I didn't make it down.
That's not an excuse.
Okay.
That's not an excuse.
What's up, Anthony? Welcome in.
How you doing, Anthony?
But yeah, so if you got to go out and even if you have everything cut, you got to go out and get it and bring it in. So you're gonna be going back and forth, and making sure that you have the proper layers on. Another thing is make sure that you're staying hydrated while you're doing that. You have animals and you have to go out and you have to feed them and you have to care for them. You're going to be working, So make sure that you have the proper clothes on. You're staying hydrated. If you get wet, make sure that you get in and you get those wet clothes off and you get dry ones on.
That's right.
If you're in a spot where I tried not to this discussion is not in a grid down shit hit the fan situation. It's just the winter storms right now.
Right.
In a grid down shit hit the fan, we got chaos going all. It's going to be different, So and some of the stuff I have on here would go into that, so I'm not even going to go into it. But knowing your signs for hypothermia when you're working outside and trying to stay away from that. Hey, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, thank you. Stay safe. I know the storm is going to be hitting your guys' area, I believe, pretty good.
Yep. I'll be talking to you, Mike. Stay safe.
You're outside, you're staying active to stay warm. You want to make sure that you're not working too hard per se, that you're starting to create sweat, because then you're going to get cold, and that's the whole purpose of dressing in layers. And if you don't need that many layers on, then you start subtracting clothing. That way you don't sweat, because then that way your body can regulate its temperatures better.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And I did that. I was in the barn the other day and was sweating, and I had on my Carhartt jacket and a hoodie and all this other stuff, and I was sweating. I was like, oh my God, took the Carhartt off. My hat was literally wet.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, I had another one, so I just swapped out hats. But I took off that Carhartt until my body cooled down.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to sweat in freezing temperatures.
Yep, absolutely. It's no good. Yeah, dressing in layers will allow you to strip down before you break a sweat. Take breaks to assess the situation. There you go. Look at that. Oh, Annie.
There we go. Yeah. Welcome to Mayhemmickville. Population 300 million. The world's on fire, folks, or the United States is burning. Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, take breaks while you're out working. Reassess the situation where you're at and how far you got to go. Welcome in Independent Mini United.
Indeed.
But taking breaks will also allow you to cool down. All right. And then Trent, he said it, keep your head covered. 40 to 45% of your heat escapes through your head. So keeping it covered will help your body not lose as much heat.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure that if you are out working, you're eating, whether you eat before you go out or you take a break and you come in and eat. Eating a good meal will help your body create the heat and the energy it needs to keep you safe. So, coffee's past her bedtime.
Good night, Coffee.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming in. And then that eating before you go to sleep. All right. A lot of people say don't eat before you go to sleep. Well, in a situation where you lose electricity in your house or on a cold night, such as the next few days or whatever, it's always been told to avoid big meals right before bed. You forget that when it's cold or the electricity's out and you got to stay warm, because if you got to sleep in the cold, your belly being full will help fuel your body to create the heat that it needs, and it's going to burn calories. The colder you are, your body's going to burn more calories to stay warm. So it needs.
I always eat before I go to bed.
Sometimes I do, and I shouldn't. So, and then one other thing that we could discuss is checking on your neighbors.
Yes,
especially the elderly. Or the single mom with 3 kids, or whatever. Or even the husband and wife with 8 kids, or 2 kids, or 1 kid. Make sure that not everybody is going to be prepared like us or people in the chat or whatever, So make sure that your elderly people have access, or maybe you need to go to the store for them to get them some things or whatever. That should be something you'd have set up prior to the storms or whatever. And everybody knows, I'm sure it's the same way in every state out there. Whenever a storm comes, I know here in Ohio, I went to the store today just to get a couple things that I needed, and the milk is gone, the bread is gone, the orange juice is gone, and it was crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But
I don't understand it.
Yeah, just check on your neighbors to make sure that they have the things that they need, And obviously, if the power goes out, it's going to be that much more important to check on your neighbors, because that 80-year-old person might not have the generator or the way to stay warm, So you might have to invite them over. You might have to go over there and send set some type of a heating system up for them. But do all that stuff ahead of time. That way, you're not taking away from your preps or your stuff or whatever. Get that stuff ahead of time. So
you're welcome, Sister Marie.
Wow. This live stream went quick. 9:16 already.
Wow. Yeah.
So did I miss anything?
No, bro. You as always, hit a home run.
There's a lot more we could talk about, but
right.
These are just the basics of
getting
ready for the storm. And like I said, my whole thing about preparedness, it's never too late until it's too late. Well, if you don't have your stuff done before the storm gets here, it's too late. Stores close, roads are closed off. So you got to do that ahead of time.
Yep. I was thinking, what do I need to get today before I go home so that we can make it through? And I'm sitting there like, well, I don't need no food. And, you know, I had a couple of things on my list that I wanted, but it had nothing to do with cold weather. But so I came home.
Well, I don't have any dairy cows, so I still got to buy my milk at the store. So I had
Yep.
to get a gallon of milk. It just so happened that our milk ran out or was almost out. I try not to get less than a half a gallon, you know. So
Yeah.
I ended up picking up another gallon but it's crazy that people wait until the last second to get this stuff, you know.
Yeah, and I have a bread. I bought a bread maker,
Yep.
still sitting in the box. So I think I'm gonna get that. I may get that thing out tomorrow and make some bread. I don't
Yeah.
know. I may do a live stream. Huh? Make bread with VP. Huh?
Bacon with VP.
Yeah, bacon with VP. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's one of the key things or not the key things, but one of my points on doing stuff. And I don't know if I said it. I did. I was talking about reading books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
You're right, Rabbit.
Things to do while you're stuck indoors. You know, reading.
Yeah.
Make sure you have board games, especially if you have kids and you're stuck in a house. Make sure you have things that can keep them entertained. And then obviously, one of my points was cooking new recipes. You know, you have a cookbook, try new things. You know, so
you could do writing also. You know, you may want to write an affidavit. You know who you know.
My conscience is very clear. It's good. It's good.
Okay. Good.
So, from what I heard, everybody bought her stock up on gas. Okay. Yeah, I was ready. A friend of mine helped me get meds, so I'm good before it snowed and got cold. There you go. Awesome. Old Mutt can survive most weather problems, but cabin fever with my wife. I'm not going to touch that one.
Yep, I'm going to leave that live right there on the table, Old Mutt.
Oh, that's funny.
That's good.
Good deal.
Cabin fever with the wife.
Well, I hope that everybody does stay safe during this cold front that's moving across this great nation. And tomorrow is going to be an exciting day, whether you voted for Trump or you didn't. It's always, I think it's always cool watching that kind of stuff. You know, it only happens every 4 years or every 8 years, however it may be. So,
and apparently he is only the second president in history to be sworn in the rotunda.
Correct. And I don't know how many. I think he's also only the second president to be reelected and not have it back to back.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
But I'm excited about it. I you know, and I said the same thing. I didn't vote for Joe Biden, but asking for a president to fail is like being on an airplane and wishing the pilot to not be able to do his job. You know, I want whoever's in there to do the best job they can. Now, whether they do it or not, that's up to them. But I hope and wish him the best, and hopefully we can make up for lost times and get us back on track. And you know, so it's not fun having to worry about all the stuff that we're doing. You know, So
right.
I'm hoping that we can get to a point to where. XNYC says his president is a felon, a gangster, real New York State.
Right.
There you go. But yeah, I'm glad that we did not go down there. I didn't feel like being out in the cold.
Yeah,
And
I'm
not
glad
only
you
that,
didn't
but
either.
who knows? I hope nothing bad happens down there in Washington, D.C. The only thing I wish that would happen down there is all the corrupt MFers get taken out.
Yeah, that too.
So, but no, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. That's gonna be
Yeah. I was watching some of it yesterday. Yeah, they went to the tombs of the unknown soldiers.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. I may not watch the whole thing, but I'm going to watch some of it because I'm actually putting together my mop bag.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm working on that.
Same here, Michael Rolf.
Yep, same here.
I'm not ashamed of it.
Yep.
But and then tomorrow night, man, that's exciting. I all those naysayers about Ohio State, they can.
Man, I wish I was a betting man because I'm not, but I called it at the beginning of the season. I called it.
I was listening to, and I was listening. I forget which announcer was talking about it.
Hey, Lisa.
But they, what's up, Lisa Harris? They were talking about Ohio State spent $20 million on their team. Look at our defense. First of all, our defense have been there. The key players have been there for 3 or 4 years. So they're all they spent that $20 million on was to maintain the team, and they brought a couple people on board. But everybody else was already on the team before that $20 million was spent.
The lion's share of the NIL money went to the fifth year seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I hate the whole NIL crap.
I do
think
too.
It's ruining it, you know?
Yep. So
but,
the one thing I can say for all my gamers out there, NCAA football, every single college football player in the United States got $600 and a free copy of that game.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. So, yeah. My son was telling me, he said, Dad, playing NCAA football is weird because my boys that I played with in high school, I'm now using them in college.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Chacha's going to have cherry cheesecake.
I don't like cherries, so cherry cheesecake can go in the dumpster next to the Spam.
I had that last night.
I know you did.
She got her cheesecake from Costco as well.
Yeah, did y'all call each other and say, let's go to Costco and get some cherry cheesecake?
No, we got the cheesecake. I had the canned cherries already at home.
Oh, okay.
And of course, the professor says,
Well, it's pie. He doesn't care as long as it's pie. It doesn't matter. Oh, just to let you know, Professor, the boy child, and I told you about the COO made him a cheesecake for his birthday, and he ate one slice here and took the rest home. I said, is all your cheesecake gone? He said, oh, yeah, Dad, I finished the rest of that when I got home that night. He ate that whole pie in one day.
Wow.
Now, yeah, Cha-Cha, I know I can scrape them off, but it's the fact that they've touched the cheesecake. Now, I don't like cherries.
Period. So she must have got the cheesecake with the cherries on it. Mine was just a plain cheesecake, so you would have liked that one, and then you could have just ate it plain.
Yes, perfect. Absolutely. I'm all for that. But yeah, the boy child ate a whole cheesecake in one day. And y'all saw him, if y'all were lucky enough to be on the live stream, where he reluctantly came over and said, what's up, because of Dad. So, yeah.
Hell, now I have my fry me up some spam just because. Billy says, ew.
Exactly. I'm with you on that, Billy. Yes. Yes. That's why me and Billy get along so well. And I come hang out here in the morning and we drink coffee together because she does not like spam either. Skull.
I cannot wait. I'm going to go upstairs and I have not had dinner yet. So,
Oh, you better go eat. Oh, dude. Speaking of dinner, I did a roast.
yeah, which one?
I forget the cut, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna just say that it don't matter because it's all good.
Yep.
And the COO was like, I can't believe how tender this meat is.
Yep.
I said, yeah.
Everything I got from that guy has
Mm-hmm.
been great. And
Yeah.
have you noticed the hamburger is not as greasy as the store-bought stuff?
Dude, there is no when you're frying making hamburgers, there's like no grease in the pan.
Yep.
Very little. I was like, see, that's what's happening. That's lean meat right there.
I heard something today, the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing doesn't go in a fruit salad. Off to work, stay warm.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, that meat is so good. I'm waiting for the COO to make the oxtails.
There you go.
Those are good. Now I will say this: everything Cole has and eaten, he's gonna eat regardless. The heart is amazing, and the liver he just tears through it.
Yeah.
I had him remove it, Professor. There's no longer a spam emoji. It's gone for good.
Well, the next time we get a share one, I don't use that heart and stuff like that. So Cole can have it.
Well, feed it to your dogs.
I've never fed them raw meat. Can you just start them off? I mean, they're 2 years old. Can you just start them a raw meat diet?
Yes, you could just mix it in with their dog food.
Okay.
Because that's why his high protein kibble, dude. I sit there and cut up meat and throw it in there and make this old big heaping bowl. And yeah. Yes, you can give it to him anytime.
Rabbit said oxtail soup is amazing.
Yes, it is, Rabbit. Yes.
No, I made so one of my guys that he lives in our subdivision and he's been in my chat every once in a while, but his daughter's in the hospital and they can't figure out what the hell's going on. Got a fever and they've tested her for everything. They've done CT scans, MRIs, blood work, everything. They don't know why she has a fever. So
really?
But I made lasagna tonight, so I made a lasagna for his family. So that's what we're having tonight is lasagna.
Nice.
Yep. Yep. So
yeah, Rabbit, we don't care about spam. We don't. I don't. I won't eat it. Never have had it. Give Billy a wrench, please. I just want to see it. I just want to see her time him out, please.
I don't know if I can do that on my phone. Let me see.
You can do it from the chat.
StreamYard?
Yes. Well, no. You have to be on the YouTube side. Billy, you want me to time him out?
Here, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Billy. Time him out. Type something, Billy, so you see your blue wrench. So what you having with the lasagna? There it is. There's your wrench.
Salad and breadsticks or garlic bread.
Yeah. Nice.
So
Cole
I
will never
love.
have. Cole does not eat people food, period, other than raw meat. And Spam is not raw meat. Way to go, Billy. She got him.
She went for a whole minute.
Yes, she did. That was good. Way to go, Billy.
What's going on, Miss Grandma?
Good to see you, Miss Grandma.
That's a new one. Welcome in.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
By
I've
the
not
way,
seen-
folks, please
But-
smash the like button if you have not, and share this video out. It's all free because it's freezy freeze outside and it's cold. And Devil Dog, we talked about some great tips and things to do, even though winter is upon us, but you can still get them done if you have not.
Absolutely.
She said, thank you. Should have did 5.
Oh, shoot. Well, I've kept everybody long enough. Let's see. Miss Grandma says it's cold here. Alberta,
Woo!
Canada. Woo! Minus 33 degrees Celsius. Holy shit. That's cold.
So that's what, 5? No. That would be
Minus 27.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
yes.
That's freaking cold.
She said it's what, minus 50. Oh. Ooh, minus 33 Celsius.
Yeah, 33 degrees, minus 33 degrees Celsius equals to minus 27.4
27.
Fahrenheit.
You can please keep that up there, please.
Yes,
Please,
no
Miss
kidding.
Grandma.
Well, that's where all this cold stuff is coming from, is freaking Canada.
Yep, it is.
It's crazy. It's dipping all the way down. She said she had minus 50 last winter. Holy crap. Dang. Chacha, thank you. Appreciate it. As always.
Yes.
But I've kept everybody. Vision, you got anything to say? And we'll cut everybody loose. And I'm gonna
All
go
I
eat
wanna-
some.
All I want to say is, folks, be safe out there. Keep prepping, and share this live stream out, because somebody may hear something that they forgot about or they need to finish doing. Other than that, thank you, bruh. Sorry for the tardiness, but I appreciate you as always, and I will put money on your books.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
That's
Well,
right.
With that being said, everybody, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Like Vision said, stay warm, stay safe. If you don't got to go out, don't go out. And we'll see you next Monday. Well, I'll see you guys on somebody else's live, I'm sure. But tomorrow, my normal time, I will be watching the Ohio State, and I'll be drinking something other than coffee. So, but with that being said, everybody stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay prepped.